The humidity hit me like a wall as I stepped off the small plane onto Gabonese soil. As a journalist, I'd covered many strange stories, but this one felt different. The Iboga ceremony I was about to document in the heart of this jungle promised to be more than just another article about alternative medicine. My guide met me at the airstrip, a woman named Mara, with eyes that seemed to pierce right through me. "You seek understanding," she said, not a question but a statement. I adjusted my camera strap nervously, trying to maintain my professional skepticism. The retreat center was a collection of wooden structures deep in the jungle, where the air itself felt alive with whispers. As night fell, drums began to beat and I joined 7 other participants in a circle. The bitter taste of Iboga root bark filled my mouth as Mara conducted the ceremony. "Remember," she warned, "Iboga opens doors. Some should remain closed." I should have heeded her warning. The first visions were gentle enough, memories floating past like autumn leaves. But then the darkness crept in. Shadows began to move against the firelight, taking shapes that shouldn't exist. I heard whispers in languages that made my skin crawl, and when I opened my eyes, the world had changed. Across the circle, a woman named Elise began to convulse. Her eyes rolled back, showing only whites, and when she spoke, the voice wasn't hers. "We have waited so long," the thing inside her said. "The bridge is open." My camera started malfunctioning, capturing only static and screams. The temperature plummeted, and I watched in horror as objects began moving on their own. The other participants, one by one, began speaking in tongues, their bodies contorting in ways that defied anatomy. Mara grabbed my arm, her fingers digging into my flesh. "The spirits," she whispered urgently. "They're trying to cross over. This land, it holds an ancient curse. We've awakened them." I wanted to run, but my legs wouldn't move. The Iboga in my system made everything too real, too vivid. I could see them now, transparent figures swirling around us, their faces twisted in eternal agony. They were trying to possess us, to use our bodies as vessels to escape their eternal prison. Through my drug-induced haze, I helped Mara prepare a counter-ritual. The possessed participants drew symbols in the dirt, chanting in that terrible language that made my ears bleed. I saw visions of their past, centuries of torture, of binding, of waiting in the dark. Then Elise stepped forward, her body jerking like a marionette. "I will be the vessel," she said, her voice a horrifying blend of human and other. "I will contain them." The air crackled with energy as we performed the ritual. I watched, helpless, as the spirits converged on Elise. Her scream, God, that scream will haunt me forever. When she collapsed, the jungle fell silent, as if holding its breath. It worked. The spirits were gone, sealed away with Elise's sacrifice. But the cost... I can still see her face, frozen in that final moment of horror. I wrote my article, but not the one I'd planned. How could I explain what really happened? Who would believe me? The editors published a watered-down version about traditional healing practices, but they don't know the truth. Even now, months later, I wake up in cold sweats, hearing those whispers. Sometimes, in mirrors or windows, I catch glimpses of faces, their faces, watching me. The Iboga showed me something that night, opened a door in my mind that won't fully close. And sometimes, in the darkest hours before dawn, I wonder, did we really seal them away? Or did they just find a new way to cross over, using us, using me as their bridge? I keep my camera running every night now, capturing static and whispers. And sometimes, when I play back the recordings, I hear Elise's voice, speaking in that ancient tongue, warning of what's still to come. The jungle may be thousands of miles away, but its spirits followed me home. And they're waiting. Always waiting. I know now why Mara's eyes held such darkness. She knew what could happen. She'd seen it before. And somewhere in Gabon, in that cursed clearing, the drums still beat, calling to something that should never answer.